I'm back here, Allen Hilliard Sports. This is the Waynesville boys basketball coach, and welcome back to Waynesville again here. You were the middle school coach several years ago and came back, so what's it like being back here in this area once again?
It's been good being back. I've enjoyed getting to catch up with some families and former players here in the area. I did have a head coaching stint at Richland, so it's been really nice. My wife is from there, so it's been good coming back. My kids have been getting to spend time with their grandparents, and I've been getting to see former players from there, so it's been a really great experience out.
All right, and then looking at the Tigers here, you've inherited quite a few former Tigers. Most of the players have come back, and some pretty good successful guards that have gained some experience here. How do you incorporate them along with your new system there because every coach is a little bit different?
Right. So what I've been trying to do here in the early go of it, the summer and the preseason, is just trying to figure out their strengths and what they're really good at, and trying to put them in areas and positions for success. But as far as them being really experienced at the varsity level, I mean, we have Cody Black. He has quite a bit of varsity experience under his belt, but all these other guys, like Omar and Jaden, and they've got a few games underneath their belt, but not as much as you would like a varsity kid to have, and they're young. Eric Glover, he's a guy that could probably give us some really good minutes, but he's still relatively inexperienced. So there's not a lot of varsity experience in those guards.
Well, last year, a lot of them played due to injuries, having to kind of fill positions up eventually in the regular season.
Yeah, they did. It's kind of unfortunate. Coach had to deal with some transfers and some injuries to some guys that were key players. But he did have Rayshawn Fowler, and Rayshawn Fowler was a really good guard that kept the boat afloat. I think Coach probably has a little bit of a different season if he has some different guys around and experiences some more success like he's had here at Waynesville before.
Absolutely. And then you also have some rather good post players, good size out there that seem to have fairly good skills to start out with early in the season.
We do have some really good size, and Ethan Esquera, he'll be back for his senior year. He played a lot of minutes last year. We happen to have Devontae Martin come in from the football squad, but he's like a big ball of Play-Doh right now. We're just trying to mold that guy, teach him how to play some basketball, but he has some things that you can't teach as far as strength and size is concerned. So we're really looking forward to seeing him. Isaiah Montgomery Love is another guy who probably give us some post minutes. He is relatively inexperienced as well, and he's a 16-year-old senior, which is really tough. I'd like my seniors to be 17, 18 years old. So he's in a unique situation for himself as well. So,
all right, now taking the head coaching job here, originally JV coach, and then, with the retirement there, you wound up getting the head coaching job. How do you handle the difference from a school that may be, a lot of local families to probably half or, at least a third are military here this year?
Yeah, so I'm very familiar with the military community. I was active duty Air Force for 4 years, and I've been in the reserves now for 16. So I have 20 years of that experience with those kinds of families and kids and those personnel that are in the military. Kids are kids. The only difference is that here at this school district, those kids are going to possibly PCS or transition from our community. That's the only difference, other than outside of other jobs that I've had. We're going to coach them all the same. We're going to love them all the same. And we're going to try to prepare them for a successful season.
All right, and then how's the welcome been back here? I know a lot of people that you've, remember from years ago when you were here. Did you get the warm welcome back to Waynesville?
Yeah, it's been really good seeing some familiar faces again. Some guys that I hadn't seen in 8 or 9 years. pop up out of the woodworks, you know what I mean, and you just carry on with your relationships like you never left. And that's the beautiful thing about the military community. In my experiences, you know, you're used to building lasting relationships, ones that last through periods of absence, and you pick up right where you left off. So it's a beautiful thing.
All right, and then your first game against the West Plains Scissors, a former conference opponent.
Yes, Coach Mason Miller over there with the West Plains Scissors. They're going to be pretty good. They bring 4 starters back. You know, they lose the big man, but I think they're going to be able to replace him. You know, I don't know that they're going to have the experience that big guy had, but you know, they're going to have some really good guys that surround him. So they're going to be tough. Everybody that we play is going to be tough. So.
All right, and then outside of that, tournaments, are they pretty much the same as last year, very similar to St. James and Rolla?
Yes, so we're going to play in the St. James tournament, and we'll play in the Rolla tournament as well. So, and we're going to go Jamboree out at Webster Groves. So we're going to play Webster, and then we're going to play DeSmet, and then we're going to play the Principias. So that's November 21st. We're going to figure out real quick what we're made of.
All right, starting off tough with some good competition there. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks, Allen.
And good luck against West Plains there. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
Yeah.